Hey guys, it's Mark and Mike here from Bettors. We're here to bring you a message from our friends at Blue Chew, a message all about confidence.
Which is something we don't have in our picks.
Speak for yourself, Michael. This message, though, is about confidence knowing you'll be ready to go when your partner is, and that you'll be able to go a few extra rounds if needed. Now, Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as both Viagra and Cialis, but it's in chewable form, and it's way cheaper than the alternatives.
Blue Chew's tablets are a performance enhancer for the bedroom and can help any man gain extra confidence when it's their time to perform. My favorite part now is that they have Vardenafil mint flavored chewables with the active ingredients in Levitra and Staxin, so you can stay hard and fresh.
Minty.
And as Mark said, Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no doctor's visits, no waiting in line, no weird and uncomfortable conversations, and it ships right to your door in discreet packaging. It's a very simple process. You sign up at BlueChew.com, you talk with one of their licensed medical professionals, and once you're approved, you receive that prescription in days. And Mark, what's the best part?
Well, the best part to me is that these tablets are made right here in the USA. And we also have a special deal here for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code DELIGHT at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code DELIGHT to receive your first month free.
What is up, everybody? Back in action. Finally, all four of us. Look at this. Everybody decked out. We're here. I was slandered profusely. Sorry for being ill. My apologies, Mike.
What? Why me? Well, I was the only one who did. I thought you were going to come again today and give your amazing intro. You yelled at me. I didn't describe it well. Why don't you let us know what the intro was?
It was a timing thing. You can't give an intro. Listen. We don't have the time or the amount of bandwidth here to go and me explain what I was going to do. It doesn't matter. You stink. What does matter, fellas?
The title.
What? Yes, it is a battle for the title. Chris, well ahead of both of us, but we certainly have a battle. It is the final week. It is the lead up to the Super Bowl. BovadaSportsbook.com has every single prop you could possibly think of. Matt, your record will finally go back to zero.
Can't wait. Need to restart, So let's win the Super Bowl and start from zero, man. It's like when you are about to lose a match in WWE or just any sort of Madden on the Xbox, and you turn the system off before it's over. So that's what I'm going to do this episode, and I'm ending it here. And no one's going to remember this ever happened. We restart from the beginning tomorrow or next week.
Little system refresh.
Yeah, I'm going to blow on the N64 thing, and we'll be good to go.
Understandable. Mark, we had a quick reversal at the end from last week's results. You went even worse than you did the week before, or that you did like an hour before that we thought.
Whatever. I also need a reset. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Positivity. I like it. But fellas, in reality, it's a big week. We have the Super Bowl, obviously. It's, a couple days away at this point. We're obviously heavily invested. Look at everybody's gear. If you're on the youtube.com/theunderdog, macronepicks.com.
Mike's wearing a Chiefs shirt.
It's weird, yeah.
I'm not.
For the listeners, Mike has a Chiefs jacket on and an Andy Reid fat suit. So I don't know what's going on.
Incorrect.
All right.
Only half of that statement was false.
Fat suit.
Yeah.
Jeez. Holy body shape. Hey, my fitness journey started this week. I went to the gym twice this week so far.
Dude, I went to the gym 5 times in the last 6 days, and I'm playing basketball tomorrow. I'm retaking the Mustang challenge. I'm accepting the Mustang challenge again. Mustangs.
What are you gonna ask for? Go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs, baby. Shout out The Rock. I wonder what he's up to.
Not showing up at the Royal Rumble, which was disappointing.
Yeah, instead we got the $1 Million Man's son. No, the American
That's not-
Dream
I
Sums.
was gonna say that's not who that was.
Hate Cody Rhodes.
I wish it was Ted DiBiase Jr. To be honest.
We also got Rey Mysterio's son, and then just no Rey Mysterio at all.
Wait, how's Jerry Lawler? I thought I heard he was in the hospital.
He had
sick?
a massive stroke.
Jeez.
But Jimmy Hart went and saw him today, and he's doing better. He's doing better. He can kind of talk a little bit. Should make a full recovery, according to the mouth of the South. So,
All right, that's good. Thank God.
yeah, much love to Jerry the King Lawler, but that's not
Producers pushing us through.
exactly. Not what we're here for. Not
Thoughts and
what we're
prayers
here
next
for.
episode. We get it, Chris.
Save them. Save the T's and P's. I get it.
Toilet
But-
paper? This isn't COVID.
Well,
Hoarding toilet paper.
speaking of football in general, anybody actually watch the Pro Bowl or parts of it?
I saw some people throwing water balloons while I was at the gym. No big deal. I saw people throwing water balloons to each other, and boy, can people not catch. And then
That was
Trayvon
on, like,
Diggs.
Thursday or something, right?
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs intercepted Stephon Diggs, who was trying to throw a pass to Trevor Lawrence. Jalen Ramsey laid out Tyreek Hill. It was crazy. What's his name? Hurt his toe. Miles Gareth Bale. He hurt his toe in that game, so I think he dislocated it.
Dislocated it.
So even this is wrong. Actually, what's his name? Did you see they did the longest drive competition, and there was that one player. He was I don't know if he was like a defensive player on the NFC team, and he was just taking like Happy Gilmore swings and like couldn't even connect with the ball. And then he finally hit it, and it went like 250, and that was farther than any drive Mark's ever hit in his entire life.
That is
It was
false.
crazy. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn,
Oh
man,
my
I feel
God.
for Mark in this situation.
Wow, I should have taken. Oh man, that's just such a lie. Such a lie. I'm a little upset with you right now. You might not be around for the foursome.
Prior engagement. I don't know if it's gonna work out.
You could just come and then leave. That's also possible.
Well, I'm playing golf that day twice already, I think.
Unbelievable.
No, I mean,
Unbelievable.
nobody-
We need your drives clearly.
No, you're saying no to 54 holes in a day?
I think, but then it would be 54 and then 48 the next day. I think my arms would fall off.
48.
I'm playing two rounds again on Saturday.
That's 36.
36, G.
48.
And an extra nine.
That's still not enough. That's 12.
That's 45.
Two more.
Plus 3 extra holes.
There's a play third time.
There's a par 3 course. We're gonna do an indoor simulator for 3 holes.
Absolutely unbelievable that you, the golf guy, not a math guy. Golf guy, not a math guy. But fellas,
clearly.
because it is Super Bowl week, I say we jump right into it. Let's get all the other sports out of the way so we can focus on all the props that Bovada has and all the different bets that we're most certainly going to have heading in. So let's just dive right in. We'll go to the world of soccer. We'll dip in very quickly, and we'll go from there. So, Mark, I'll start with you.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to my boys. It was a weird week in the EPL. Weird week. A lot of weird losses. But I'm taking the Gunners, minus 250. They're back. They're going to be back here. They're playing against Brentford. They got the Bees. They got to get back on track.
I mean, the title collapse began last week. Let's be fair.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it? Man City might not have the points.
I was on. After further consideration, I'm back off of the Arsenal train. It was a long like 18 hours. No, it was literally like yesterday to today. Maybe
What happened? Why?
I
don't want to hear about
I got into an argument back again with my Arsenal friend, and I do not want to see him win. Is the reasoning?
Well, if Man City does lose points due to breaking some rules, then that would be wild. And I think it's pretty much out of reach at that point. I think Man City's...
Man, you maybe, but they need a little help.
That would be hard.
Yeah. But yeah, Man City's about to go down to the championship. They're just straight up cheers.
The only team that matters and the team that's on the title charge now is the Nottingham Forest boys. Taking them plus 300 on Bovada against Fulham. Fulham with a big dub for me in the FA Cup this week. today actually, but I'm going the Reds. They're like the hottest team in the Premier League. Well out of the relegation zone. We got room. We got space. We're good to go. Matt, what do you have in soccer? He's definitely muted.
He's muted. He
100%
doesn't
muted.
know.
I blew my nose, so I didn't want everyone to hear that.
Thank you for the
no.
courtesy.
I was going to say I'm angry because of Man City getting screwed again by the commission of the EPL. It's not fair, so that's why I'm taking Angers plus 310 over Strasbourg because I'm angry.
Of course you're angry.
Yeah, you should have seen how angry he was when me and him watched the Man City Tottenham game on Sunday.
Wow.
He was very upset that Man City lost the Bundesliga.
Well, Harry Kane breaking the scoring record for the Tottenham Hotspurs is the same as LeBron James breaking the record for the whole NBA.
No. That was more said as a joke. But
no, because he thought I wasn't paying attention. Shout out,
That's
Kraft.
true.
Thanks for having us on Sunday.
True.
Wow.
True.
Unbelievable.
Matt just spewed nonsense the entire time about soccer, and then the only thing he listened to was when our buddy said that he compared Harry Kane breaking Tottenham's record to LeBron just breaking the scoring record, which congrats there. Best ever.
See you, Matt.
100% incorrect on both.
The
best
goat
ever.
but the goat. But Matt then was the only
False.
time he listened and actually said something true. What do you mean false?
LeBron's not the GOAT. We don't have time for this.
my God.
Super
Yes, he
Bowl
is.
week. Yeah,
He's not.
Russell Westbrook in a vacuum is the greatest
Okay,
NHL
that has
player of all
absolutely
time.
nothing to do with LeBron.
But again, I have to bring back dumb arguments that you've
No,
had to
you
prove
found
a point.
one bad argument that I've had. One
Yeah,
bad
one.
argument.
Give me a soccer pick.
One
All right,
bad argument.
I'm in the Fulham Forest
Chelsea.
game. Oh,
Mike, Chelsea who?
Chelsea versus West Ham plus 120. It's a
I'm
low
in that
line.
game, too.
Chelsea has all those buys, and I'm going to take Mihailo Mudryk. I don't know if that's how you say his first name, but it might be Mihailo Mudryk plus 285 anytime goal scorer. I think he gets his first goal for Chelsea.
Go ahead, Mark.
I
Put some
got
lotion on
first
my
half
face.
draw. I got
Put some
first half
lotion
draw.
on my cheeks. Sorry, I had to put lotion on my cheeks and my face. They looked red.
Well, now they're shiny.
Yeah, I was going to say, he came back a little glossy.
Yeah,
but
there's lotion on them now.
first half draw on both the Chelsea West Ham game and the Fulham Nottingham Forest game. Plus 120 for Fulham Forest and plus 110 for West Ham Chelsea. And then we already talked about Tottenham. I'm on Tottenham. Plus 110. They got Leicester this week. Leicester, not so good. Tottenham playing better.
Tottenham plus 110 in that situation be Leicester.
Yep.
And you said the first half draw on Chelsea West Ham was what?
Plus 110.
Plus 110. And for everybody, you guys are like, you don't have to write all the picks down during the show. You don't have to write all the picks down during the show. I still don't know if I have Matt's picks from last week. That's how unreliable
I had to
you guys
listen
are.
to it. I listened yesterday.
I'm not
when I was
sure
at
I
the
made
gym.
one.
No big deal.
I'm not sure I made one.
I got Man U over Leeds minus 115. The Forest boys sent the Leeds manager packing back to the United States. So
Stinks.
good on them. I'm going. Matt was in League One. I'm in League One. Marseille over Clermont Foot minus 140, and Lyon versus Lens plus 135 on Bovada. So I mean, I don't know. Like, don't try to discount what the Forest boys did to Leeds, Mike, just because you're a Leeds guy.
I'm not a Leeds guy. No. I'm saying Jesse March stunk, and he deserved to get fired. And he's a dork.
Definitely a dork.
Might get
100%.
fired.
What?
By who?
The U.S. national team.
Nah,
He's
get
open for the job now.
Bielsa, or whatever his name is. I forget.
Bielsa?
Bilesma, the guy
that's
who used to coach the Penguins?
No.
Yes, him. That's the one.
Yeah, him. Yeah, bring him for the U.S. men's national team.
Matt, anything else in soccer?
Yeah, I got Brett Bielema, the guy who used to coach the Penguins, to win against AC Ajaccio. No, I'm taking Rennes minus 170, plus 475. It's 8 days from now on the 19th.
Who are they playing?
It's 11 days from now.
I don't know. I don't care about soccer. It's Super Bowl week. I'm not
definitely
taking
just
soccer.
All right, let me-
soccer instead
All right,
of
then
going
don't
to
take
the,
any
like,
more.
Premier League
Hey,
one.
I got AC Milan versus Torino -135 and Roma versus Lecce -105. Mark, your soccer picks.
I got Newcastle -185 against Bournemouth, and I'm parlaying Arsenal, Newcastle, and Tottenham all together at +353. And then I'm going to finish up with Barcelona -125 over in Spain.
Who they playing?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
All right. Well, while that's happening, I'm on that Man U
Well,
pick
that
against
second.
Leeds,
Well, that
Greg.
second goes by.
I'm on that-
Villarreal, sorry.
-115. Villarreal and the odds for Barcelona?
-125.
-125. Does that close out soccer for us then, boys?
No, I had one final pick.
All right, give me-
You got
Yeah, I
that
think
Man
that's
U
it.
one.
I got
Crystal
that.
Palace +265 at home at Selhurst against Brighton, the big rivalry here. Yeah, I'm gonna take them at home, even though Zaha's a little hurt. He might not be playing, but still
Is that what?
value. Huh?
Good joke.
Good one.
Got him laughing.
All right, then let's jump out of soccer real quick. Let's go to tennis. I mean, I don't want to spend a ton of time here. I have no tennis picks.
I got no tennis picks.
I didn't think so.
I got no tennis picks.
Wow.
I got
So
value boy pick.
only one person,
Boo.
My
person
picks-
in the world of tennis, and he's got value. So go
Picks
ahead.
hit
Mike.
last week, and Mark yelled at me, and so I'm gonna go right back to it. I'm battling for a title right now. I got to get picks out here to
Accurate.
get winners. I'm battling for a title, so I'm gonna take. We'll just do the parlay and end it. Obviously,
Yeah, we'll
we
do
take
it.
Elena Rybakina -250 against Caroline Pliskova. Beatriz Hadid Maya versus Yulia Putintseva -180, and
Good thing you
Camila
practice
Giorgi.
these words before
I
you
did
started
not.
talking.
Camila Giorgi versus Clara Tosan +130. I want them all straight, and then all parlayed. It's +401. There's your value, Mark. We're ending on value boy play to bring me the title. To get the gold. That's me putting on the belt.
You said +401.
Yes.
+401 on there. So if that's all we have in tennis, we can get right out of it because Bovada has plenty of other stuff we can talk about.
Yep.
Like what?
College basketball, fellas.
Mm.
College
Unders.
basketball. We're getting close to the madness of March, a little bit over a month away. But there's a ton of. But last week it felt like it was a lot of Ivy League picks on the show, from what I could tell based off the lines that were out there. But we have a lot going on this week, so I'll just kick it off. I'll kick it off with Purdue -7.5, -110.
Also
for
on the
you.
card.
On yours too, Mark.
Yeah,
Purdue.
coming off the loss, right? So, I like them to bounce back.
-110. All right, yeah, definitely. No, 100%. I think I don't know how you lose a game when Edie has that many points and was just kind of dominant, but
That's the really tall gentleman, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Huge.
He's
Okay.
probably going to win Player of the Year.
And probably not get picked by the NBA.
And
Yeah.
probably get bounced in like the second round, like Purdue does every year when they're good.
Like every Big Ten team except for Michigan.
True.
Michigan's not
Very-
that good this year. They're not even ranked.
No, I don't. I'm not saying they're good this year. I just meant they've been the best Big Ten team to actually make it far in the last 10 years.
Yeah, but they're
Every-
not even ranked.
And maybe Wisconsin, I guess, made it that one year.
When's the last time a Big Ten team won the national title?
I think it was the 90s or something.
Michigan
At least.
State? No, Michigan
State won.
Michigan
right?
State, but that's late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know. Well, while you figure that out, I'm taking Marshall -10 over Coastal Carolina -110. Matt, college basketball.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like that one. Let's go with that one.
You want to just, I mean, all right, that's fine.
It was Michigan State in 2000.
That's crazy. So it's been 23 years since a Big Ten team won the national championship.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep. Michigan
Tom
made it.
Izzo, still
Michigan
going.
made it twice. Wisconsin made it once to the title game. They all lost.
Oh yeah, the
Michigan-
Spike. Oh man,
What was his name? Oh, I
it
know
was the
exactly
Trey.
what you're talking about.
It was the Trey.
Anastasio?
Trey Burke.
No.
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke. I almost said Anastasio too. I don't know why.
Because he's the
it
lead
was the-
singer is Fish.
Oh man, That dude just lit
Mike
it up.
Albrecht.
Spike
Mike
Albrecht lit it up
Yeah.
in the first half of that game.
Yeah.
Mark, what do you got in college basketball?
I got Gonzaga -14 against San Fran.
I'm on that pick as well. I just think that it's West Coast Conference. Gonzaga dominates. Every once in a while they play close games, but that's
Yeah,
That's
but I
not one
don't
of
think
them.
I feel like they usually beat San Fran by a lot.
yeah, they usually do. M- Mike, yeah, that is true. Chris, with the great drop in of the new Suns owner Matt Ishiba was on
What?
that Michigan State national championship team. Not you,
Oh.
Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Florida Atlantic. They're not ranked anymore, but they're still the best in their conference. -14, -110.
I will say I just went through
Against
seven Big Ten teams have lost the national title though since Michigan State won.
2000.
Yeah,
I didn't even look. I just looked
Yeah, I
past
looked at-
it.
I just looked at the
2010
losers,
zone,
so-
and there's 3
So
of
I'm
them.
they're
thinking-
in their last 7. Indiana made it in 02.
Oh yeah, to Duke.
Illinois made it in 05. Ohio
Yeah,
State in
Duke.
07.
Luther Head.
Michigan State in 09.
Luther
Then you got
Vandross.
Michigan in 13, Wisconsin in 15, and with Michigan again. So,
The
in
Greg
their
Oden
last
team.
7.
Did you say the Greg Oden team?
Yeah, they made
Ohio
it.
State. Yeah.
They lost to Florida in the second. Their
Greg
second national
Oden's
championship.
Raven.
Shut up, Matt. What's your next pick?
Taking Florida International against Louisiana Tech under 142. Sorry, I'm trying to bet in my personal life right now. I'm trying to bet the Grand Canyon Antelopes to win by 7 points or more.
Make sure you get on that. I'm on Ohio State -5.5, -110.
Everybody listening, please get that in right now.
Yeah, hurry up and get that in.
Hurry up.
Just
For the-
we were talking about Big Ten.
For the
I'm
live
Northwestern
listeners out there.
Huh? You're on
Northwestern
Northwestern?
+5. Yeah, -110. I think they're the better team than Ohio State.
Northwestern's
Ohio
playing
State's having
some
a
good
down
ball.
year.
You said +5?
Yeah, right. That's
It's
what you have
de-
at -5, right?
I had 5.5, but it may have changed.
Yeah, it's
I
at
did this a
5.
little
It's
bit
at
ago.
5. I'm going to jump on that. I'm a Northwestern guy. Give me the
Boo
Wildcats. They're
Booey.
playing
Boo
some
Booey's a
good
dog.
basketball.
Boo
They're playing
Booey.
some good ball.
And then and they got who's coaching there? One of the best
Hurley.
players in Penn State history.
Bobby Hurley.
No,
Wasn't
I
it
meant one of
Hurley?
their assistant.
Is it one of the
coaches.
Crispin
Yeah, he's
guys?
an assistant coach. No, he's
Crispin Glover?
Not Crispin Glover.
Greg, who was the guy that was
no,
Taylor
he's
Battle?
not.
No, he's like an
Okay,
assistant
that's what I was
coach,
gonna-
guys. That's
Greg
not Penn-
Kinnear.
Oh, it's
You're thinking
Chris
of Greg
Collins.
Kinnear. Greg Kinnear's
Chris
great.
Collins, that's what I'm talking about.
Do you know I once met
Taylor
see you,
Battle.
Chris. Bye, Chris.
What
Is that
Taylor Battle? Taylor Battle
Yes.
being one of the best players in Penn State history, leading us to an NIT championship, and then his brother coming the next year, but like never panning out, was so unbelievably disappointing for Penn
That
State.
is tough. That's
You know
tough.
what my favorite part about
Aaron
his Penn State
Bowie.
career was? His NCAA tournament appearance that resulted in a buzzer-beating loss
Oh wait,
to Temple.
Congratulations! My favorite moment ever is telling you flat out in 2010 that Cornell was going to beat Temple, and then they smashed them, and you cried.
That's
So-
I didn't
okay.
cry.
There we go.
First of all- First of all, I didn't cry.
That's what I'm saying, Greg. Aaron Bowie, Boo Booey's on Northwestern right now, his brother, and he's actually really good. He averaged like 15 a game this year.
Well, that when you
Defending
said
that
that,
pretty,
you're
defending that
really vehemently
pretty
defending the crying
much.
thing.
You might have
You
cried.
Shut
Might
up.
have cried.
He did.
That was crap. Cornell should not have been a 12 seed. Shut up, Mike.
Ivy League champs that year, fella.
That's only
I'm
because
on-
you shamed me earlier. Now I got to go back at you.
I'm on Northern Colorado -4, -110. Matt, anything else in college basketball?
UT Arlington +3 against UT Rio Grande Valley. It's the Battle of the Utes.
I mean, okay.
I think it's University of Texas, right?
Yes, it is. Mike,
It's
you're
the
next.
Battle of
One.
the Utes.
Yeah, I'm in Conference USA again. I'm gonna take North Texas -3, -110 at home against UAB.
All right, Mark.
All done in college basketball.
All done in college basketball. I'll close up shop at mine. I have Montana State -3, -110 against Weber
Thanks,
State,
God.
going against my boys, and then BYU -7, -115 playing Pepperdine. Anything else in college basketball, Matt?
All done in college basketball, Greg.
Mike?
All done in college basketball, Greg.
All right, then I guess we can dive right into the NHL. The All Star Break has just ended, and action has resumed for the NHL. I did terrible picking the All Star game last
Thank
week.
you.
Yep, you're welcome, Mike. I'll start with you then, Mike, in the NHL.
Yeah, I'll go with the Avalanche plus 110. They are traveling to Tampa Bay. So I'm going to take the Avalanche. Tampa Bay's been partying all week. That's where the All-Star game, I think, was. So Avalanche are going to come win.
I'm on the Lightning minus 130 in that one.
Perfect.
I'm
I'm
on the
also-
Lightning minus 1.5 goals.
Oh,
Ooh.
perfect.
Plus 185.
Perfect. That's good for my brand.
Isn't McKinnon still out? Yeah, I'm taking the Lightning.
I didn't know that.
Ah, good
He's
for
been
my
out
brand.
For like 6 weeks.
Yeah, good for my brand. Yeah, idiot.
Matt, anything in the
That's my
NHL?
brand. The Kraken, because that's my brand. Plus 140 against
Plus
the Devils.
140. I'm on the Devils in that matchup. Minus 165 on Bovada. That has severely jumped. No, that's 165. Yeah, there it is. Mark,
275.
every time we do the show, that goes through my head at some point. And get it back for less than maybe even a little less. Mark, go ahead.
I'm on the Panthers minus 1.5, plus 105.
Plus 105. Let me get. Is it what I think is brewing?
It's brewing. It's brewing with a little extra.
Are you doing a pack?
I am doing a pack, a Florida Georgia puck line pack with a little side of Island boys. I'm also adding the Islanders minus 1.5, plus 110, and that parlay comes back at plus 1127.
Ooh.
Bang bang.
Trying to close
Bang.
the season strong. I like
Yeah,
it. I
Trying
like
to
it.
get up there. Trying to catch you.
I'm on. Thanks. Yeah, probably not that hard after the last 2 weeks I've had. My last one's the Golden Knights plus 105. Mike, anything else in hockey?
I'm gonna take the Flames minus 1.5, plus 160 against the Red Wings, and that's my last hockey pick.
Matt, are you good in hockey, or you have anything else?
Nah, that's it for me, Greg. I'm ready for football.
Well, we're getting closer. Real quick, we'll run into darts. The Premier League's back, and that was my whole thing last week. So
The timing!
Yeah, the timing. There was controversy over who was selected. There's the whole thing. It was very exciting, but the Eagles had made the Super Bowl the day before. Doesn't matter. Not the time, Mike. We're back in Wales. Johnny Clayton plus 145 over Michael Smith. Nathan Aspinall plus 130 over Peter Wright. Gerwin Price minus 1.5, minus 115, and Dimitri Vandenberg plus 250 over MVG on Bovada. A couple picks in the World Seniors Darts Championship. Chris Mason over Terry Jenkins, minus 150. Richie Howson over David Cameron, even money. Lisa Ashton over Neil Duff, plus 175. And John Part over Kostampe, minus 120. Anything in darts from you?
You guys want to know how to catch Greg real quick? Give me everything opposite there.
I'm going to smash your head.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not writing them all down right now.
I will. I'll get them all down.
Now, okay, but how about this? Give me everything opposite of what Mark just took. Figure that out, Greg. Idiot.
That I can do. That I can do. All right, are we good in that?
I don't actually want that on my board.
I know you don't. I'm not putting it on there.
I got the Comets, Utica Comets, minus 130 against the Hershey Bears. I know I hate to go against Hershey. I'm a big Hershey Bears fan, but I'm taking the Comets.
What were the odds?
Utica. Minus 130 over the Hershey Bears.
Minus 130. All right, are we good then in darts? Let's go to the UFC, and then we can get out of here.
Football, baby.
Let's go.
UFC.
We still have to do UFs.
It is the last thing before the NFL. So
I just want to play Hogwarts Legacy.
I know. The UFC, soon enough. The UFC returns to pay-per-view this weekend with a gigantic matchup. Champion versus champion. Islam Makhachev takes on Alexander Volkanovski as Volkanovski moves up to 155 to try to take Makhachev's newly won title. Mike, start me off in the UFC.
And that's the most promotion it's got
Oh my God.
the whole time leading up to the fight. I know, messing. I'm going to start with Justin Tafa, minus 125 against Parker Porter. Thank you.
I'm
Well,
on
it's in
Parker
Australia,
Porter
right?
minus 105 or plus 105 on Bovada. I'm sorry.
It's is it in Perth? I think it's in Perth, Australia. I'm on all the Aussies this week, so actually I lied. I'm not on all the Aussies.
Of course you're not. Mark, where you at in the UFC?
I'm not on the mat. I'm out of the octagon. I'm
All right.
waiting for the Super Bowl.
Mark's out of the octagon. Matt, what do you have?
Get me in the octagon. I'm taking Jack Leroy Jenkins minus 360 over Dan Sheamus.
Leroy Jenkins.
I love that video.
I don't know anything about it, but I do know Don Shayna was on Dana White's Contender Series. He actually was in the Slap League for a little bit that Dana White was doing.
I cannot.
So
That. It's still going.
dude, people's faces get messed up.
It's horrible, and it's not it's like I'm afraid to watch it because I'm like
You can't protect yourself. That's what I don't get. Some guy bought a van. I don't really get it. I don't get the show.
You bought a van?
I don't know. I was listening to Theo Vaughn talk about it, and I was like, I don't know what. First of all, I was like, I don't know what Theo Vaughn's talking about.
But typically don't really know what the He can make me laugh, but sometimes I have no clue what he's talking about.
No clue. But yeah, I'm out on that slap league, and there's supposedly the like championships and stuff's going to be on pay-per-view. That might do four pay-per-view buys.
Who would ever buy that?
Yeah,
I'm on Melsick Bagdasarian minus 115. He's taking on Joshua Kulabau. So, Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on Rude Boy Randy Brown.
Rude Groove.
Plus 250 against Jack Della Maddalena. No, not Rude Groove. I'm gonna take him plus 250. Great boxing.
I thought about this one too, but the home
And
field
good
advantage for Maddalena scares me.
Yeah.
It's
Possible.
My last pick before the main event is in the co-main event. I'm taking Josh Emmett plus 155 against Yair Rodriguez. I just think there's too much power there.
That's good value too. What was Emmett's last fight? The one where he tore his ACL and fought on it?
I think so.
One, makes maybe somewhere around there. But yeah, I mean he's a beast. I think that's just good value there against Yair.
Matt, anything else in the UFC?
Yeah, I got one person that's probably going to have to join that slap league after they lose this fight. I'm taking Elise Reed plus 230 over Loma Luke Boomy. That's Mike's favorite fighter.
that's your fighter.
Mike loves Loma Luke Boomy. The fact that she's a favorite in this fight is absurd to me. So I'm taking Elise Reed. Elise Reed plus 230.
I missed
Loma
the pick.
Lookboonmee is she's the one with 17 different names, right?
Yeah,
she's fought under like 5 different names.
That's classic.
Combat sports.
That's old school Bettors delight. I'm on Alonzo Menafield plus 164 against Jimmy Crute. That's my bad.
We've been doing this that long. Jeez.
Are we good on? Are we good on the main event?
I got one parlay before the main event.
All right, go ahead.
It's the New Zealand Australia parlay. I'm gonna take Jamie Malarkey minus 285 against Prado. Then I'm gonna take Tyson Pedro minus 250 against Modestas, and then Jimmy Crute against Menafield minus 190. Plus 189 is the parlay. I'm all straight
Malarkey,
and parlayed.
Pedro, Crute. What does it pay?
Plus 189.
Plus 189. That main event we talked about before, the 155-pound title on the line. Alexander Volkanovski
on the line.
Moving up in weight. He is currently the plus 300 underdog on Bovada. Michael, let's start with you.
I'm in a title fight right now against you. I want to take Volkanovski here plus 300, but I'm nervous.
Well, I'll do you a favor. I'll take Volkanovski
plus 300.
I'll take Volkanovski plus 300.
Just so it's not defense.
I mean, I might as well do it. Make it a
podcast special. Volkanovski plus 300.
Guys,
I'm taking Medikevich instead then.
Are you actually?
No, I don't care, dude.
The dude from Temple?
The linebacker for the Bills. Yeah. Drafted by Pittsburgh, now plays for the Bills.
And went to Temple.
He's a king.
He's Modestas? Modesto's a city in Arizona.
But what is Modestas Bukauskas? What is his nickname? What is his fighting nickname? because that is a last.
The Baltic Gladiator.
Somebody just move on. Somebody move on.
Gladiator.
Move on. Just move on. Just move on.
I have no idea what's going on.
Just move on.
And we are going to move on to
Move on.
Super Bowl 57. The NFL season comes to an end. It all culminates in Phoenix, Arizona in just a few days, and it is the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, the two number one seeds from their respective conferences. I mean, the Eagles currently sit at minus 1.5 point favorites. It's pretty much been that way since the line dropped. Maybe a little bit of movement to 2.5 and then back to 1.5. But fellas, it's a very evenly matched, a very even matchup according to the odds makers here. We can just kind of talk about it. It's.
I have one thing to say before any picks or anything, that the 49ers players and fans are losers.
Losers.
Absolute sore losers.
Why
that
are we talking
IU
about
comment is insane.
you-
the IU
Christian
comment
McCaffrey
is
one today?
bizarre. I
No,
didn't hear
what
the
did
McCaffrey
McCaffrey
one.
say?
What was it, like? I'm super handsome.
No, that's true.
I was just
He
thinking that.
that is true. But he was like, yeah, I hope they switch the rule next year where you're allowed to have 3 quarterbacks. You can carry 3 quarterbacks. It's not the rule.
Yeah.
Your team just decided not to. Like,
Maybe
what are
you
you
should have
talking about?
extra offensive lineman, that 14th offensive, like some random DN that you probably didn't need.
Like, it was so dumb. Like, there was, and he's like, hopefully they switch that rule next year and stuff like that. Like, what? And then if they did have it, was their 5th quarterback going to beat us? I don't understand.
Yeah, who was
I
playing
was
quarterback
about to
Who was going to play quarterback at that point? Who was the backup's backup?
Who's the practice squad?
Whoever the
Yeah.
practice squad QB is, which is ridiculous. It's not even an argument to get into. It's just you can have a third quarterback. We already know that, and that third quarterback wouldn't make a difference. So
They
I'm
need to
trying to
have,
see
like,
who
in
they have.
hockey, you know how they can have they have like an emergency
The E-bug?
goalie,
Yeah.
emergency goalie that's like hanging around. There's just like
Emergency
an
backup goal.
there's like an accountant that was a great high school football player that just hangs out in the stands every game, just break in case of emergency. He crushes
Emergency
his,
QB.
he
I
crushes
love
his football team for the Philadelphia
Yeah.
Police Athletic team.
But he could play for either team. Like, he
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
the playbooks.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's throw on
that's
the
why he's an
screen
accountant.
here.
Yeah.
He's got the Rob Lowe, but it's the NFL logo hat on, just in the stands, just waiting
Yeah.
for his time to shine.
Yeah, I don't even know if they had. I can't find any practice squad QB because they're already on their 4th QB getting hurt there. But yeah, it's absurd to me. I get. I'd be mad about the loss too, but
It's almost hard to be mad about that loss because of how it happened, right? Like,
Yeah.
literally everything that could go wrong went wrong for you, and like the QB situation doesn't fix the part where your defense just kept getting penalty after penalty. Like,
And all the people are like, oh, well, the Eagles' offense wasn't even that good. I mean, yeah, we clearly you can watch, like, you can't play both sides. Our offense clearly didn't like run as much big plays and stuff like that because they had
We
their
stopped.
fourth-string
We've been doing
quarterback.
it all year.
Yeah.
We're stopping.
14 points and you don't have a quarterback in the
Yeah.
second half.
The only
What do
thing
you want us
to
to
get back
do?
is if we make mistakes and turn the ball over by doing stupid things. We're obviously not going to try to like throw for big plays and stuff. It's
Why let Hurts try to do anything crazy or have
Yeah.
any risk of getting hurt
And
when
getting
there's
hurt,
no
yeah.
need?
Yeah. So there's just I had to go on a rant because I've been reading it all day and it was just getting me mad.
Well, it's just stupid. It's just like, hey, just take the L and move on. Like, it's not a good situation to just keep running your mouth over pretty much nothing.
What was Ayuk saying again?
He said that the Eagles secondary can be exposed. You don't understand this and that, and it's like,
I saw
okay,
somebody
man.
post a highlight video of him that game. He got open maybe one time during the entire time. Other than that, he was just getting blanketed by Slay or Bradbury. It was hysterical.
I'm not 100. Did we talk about the Devontae Smith sound effects from that game? I can't remember if we spoke
I
about
think
that on
we
this
talked
podcast.
about it on Sunday.
We talked about it on Sunday. So I listened to the Devontae Smith sound FX NFL Network thing from that game, and boy, did it seem like Jimmy Ward had a pretty good game. Because it's just Devontae Smith running routes and then nothing happening. He's just like, oh, and first of all, he's not like saying anything or talking smack or doing anything. He's like, like he just keeps running routes. Like Jimmy Ward had a great game. He shut him down. It's like, all right, like why did we give him a mic? Like it was insanity to me. Shout out Jimmy Ward. You had a great game.
I think he actually really did. Like just out of nowhere, he had a great game.
Go watch the sound effects from that game, and it's absurd. It's like, why did we mic this guy up? And I love Devontae Smith, but it made no sense. He just kept running routes, nothing would happen, and then he's lined up over the ball. You're like, okay, maybe he caught a pass here, and then it's like, I know he doesn't. He doesn't catch a pass here. Like he has the one catch at the beginning of the game. It's pretty much it. Pretty much over the rest of the game. Like, oh, it was great. It was great.
That's awesome. That's so
good.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Super Bowl always brings out so much, and obviously Bovada has enough props to shake it, like to shake a stick at. I guess I don't know. I couldn't think of the right word.
That's
There's a phrase.
I
couldn't. That's it's not the right phrase. It is a phrase. It's not the right one. I'll be honest.
Your tail feather.
Yeah.
It's like a seagull landing on land.
No, it's not.
That sounds right. That actually sounds right.
I don't know what any of you are saying. Just no clue.
That's that Wings. It's definitely a Wings song.
The Wings song, yeah.
Love, take me down to the streets. That's such an underrated movie.
I think it's a great movie.
I actually think it's perfectly rated because people like who talk about it love it. People who don't talk about it haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate case.
Or they watched the State of the Union last night.
Well, Seth Rogen said something recently. He's like, if I ever talk to anybody who has like high school age kids, they're like, all they watch is like Superbad. It's like the best high school movie. It's like the last funny, good high school movie, like comedy wise. They don't make comedies anymore. Like that stretch of like, all those Will Ferrell movies, obviously. The Judd Apatow movies. Yeah, exactly. Role models, like those type, not, I think it's a Cop Out. I was going to be really upset.
Well, yeah, Cop Out. But no, Drop Out with Amanda Seyfried. She defrauded billions from healthcare for Walgreens.
No, if I didn't get the Hulu activated within 30 seconds, you were going to send the police to my house to do a welfare check.
I've never
2 minutes. 2 minutes went by and I wasn't in Hulu yet.
Oh, well, they weren't logging into the same. If anybody's listening, they weren't logging into the same Hulu account.
No.
Different households.
We would
said
never
Sulu.
Yeah,
Sulu dance. Everybody.
Again, jokes for literally me and you. It's unbelievable. But it's not for me and you. It's for everybody, and that is the amount of props that there are on here. I mean, it feels like the list gets bigger and bigger every year. I love the specials section. There's the requested section where people, I'm assuming, just requested these combinations to be built and odds to be placed on them. And I think, as the man who has held down last place pretty much since week 1 in season 4 here. We got to let you kick off the last sport of season 4. Matt, what's your first prop for the game?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I'm not on mute, am I? All right.
No, you're good.
Sorry, I was eating a Charleston Chew, then I spit it out because. Thanks, Greg. But no, I'm going total touchdown passes in the third quarter by Jalen Hurts. Over 0.5 plus 205. Must start for action too. That's
oh, thank you.
I'm putting that clause in there
in case he gets into traffic.
He gets stuck in traffic on the way there.
You said plus 205.
Plus 205 total touchdown passes third quarter over a half.
Gotcha.
They come out
like
Wildcat. He's technically
not
the starter.
Wildcat, sing alone.
Tell me how you do. Right?
I'm going score tied after 0-0. Yes, minus 145. I think it's a tight game. I think it's a very tight game, back and forth. I think there's definitely going to be a tie at some point other than 0-0. So
A tie?
yeah, a tie. Like the score will be tied.
All right.
Shut up. Mike, what do you have?
Will there be a roughing the passer? Yes, plus 125. I love that bet.
Will there be a roughing?
There's going to be something. Somebody's going to tap Patrick Mahomes on the head, and we're going to get called for roughing the passer.
I kind of almost think there will be no roughing the passers due to the fact that we have two mobile quarterbacks.
It is possible.
How mobile is one of the quarterbacks?
Yeah, true. Patrick Mahomes is still a little
He
hurt.
said he looks pretty good, but he said he's going to be not limited.
Yeah, every morning I wake up, I say I look pretty good, and then I
Are
walk
you taking
out.
that, Matt?
Matt's doing affirmations in the mirror. I look
minus
pretty
165.
good.
It's minus 165 if he's taking it. Matt's cheering for clean football.
No, I don't care.
I look
right,
pretty
put
good.
it on
What
Matt's
is it?
card.
What are the odds?
Minus 165 is no roughing the passer.
All right, throw it on my card.
That's on there. We'll give it to you. Mark, what's your first one?
I'm going to start with the opening kickoff. Will it result in the touchback? No, plus 120.
Wrong.
Yep.
Give me the
Last
opposite.
year it wasn't, I think, so it might be this year.
Touchback, 100 petit.
You said plus 120, Mark?
Plus 120.
Plus 120. Matt, you're taking the opposite?
That is correct, sir.
What are the odds?
Minus
pretty good.
160. Minus 160.
Minus 160 for
Sorry,
Matt.
I'm already looking at other ones.
I forgot. I'm on the coin toss. Heads, minus 105. So sick. I'm so sick of betting tails and it losing that I'm going heads.
I bet heads every time. We'll
So
take heads again.
Love this. In real life, I am now going to bet tails because of what Greg just said. There's 0% chance that tails does not hit.
It's been heads 4 years in a row or 4 in the last 5, something like that.
Greg, don't do this to me. Don't bet tails.
I'm not going to do it.
Don't jinx me. Let
I
me
told-
win one.
I said this. The Eagles, when they won the Super Bowl 5 years ago, I was very light on props. I think I had like the Eagles to score a rushing touchdown. That hit in the first half. And really like nothing else other than the game line. Maybe one other like anytime touchdown score. I think it was LeGarrette Blount. And other than that, I didn't do anything else. And I feel like I'm going to do the same kind of thing this time around. Not a ton of props. I want to be into the game, the actual game itself, not all the props. Even though Bovada has a ton of them, I think it's just the game for me.
Just a game.
Just a game.
Just a
Just
game.
a game.
A couple touchdown score parlays. That's different than a prop. But that's different.
I'm gonna start with the national anthem too. Why don't we go to that?
All right.
Eric
I'm gonna take
Stapleton's singing.
He is, and
Chris
he's gonna go
Stapleton.
over 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I almost said 2.5. That was a big difference on the line. Over 2 minutes 7 seconds, minus 190.
Minus
He's
190.
singing?
Dog.
I like that. Can I have the over too?
Yeah, you can have the over too. Me
I
and
didn't
Chris
know
had
he
an
was
argument.
Slow and steady. I didn't know he was singing it. I didn't look into that.
Me and Chris had an argument last night on You're Wrong about how awful that Kelsey Ballerini song is that Mike posted on his Instagram.
Well,
We
you're
don't have
just
time
wrong.
to get into it now.
Chris literally last week said that's an amazing song. So
Yeah, I know. That's why we got into an argument, because it stinks.
I mean, you're an idiot.
All country music is just talking about, this is how I grew up. Check out my old house with my dog and my truck.
That doesn't make this.
That's it. That's it. That's
make
all
the
she
song bad.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I was always sitting there in the locker room. Me and my boys would have beers after the game, and now we're all old and washed up, and none of it matters anymore. Like what? Like it stinks.
We're gonna get.
We just
pulled up
lost
there.
all the listeners. All the listeners are gone.
I don't care at all.
Also,
That's
we just left. See you guys.
That's all country music is. That's all that song is, and it's crap.
All songs are stories. You love Blink-182. First Date is literally a story.
Different.
How?
All songs are stories. My point is that is what country music. That's all it is.
It doesn't
Books
make
are
the
stories
song
too.
bad,
No,
though.
it's all pulling on the heartstrings and all
Doesn't make
that.
the song
crap.
bad.
That's all it is.
What are you saying? You don't have any heartstrings?
Honky Tonk Badonkadonk is not pulling on the heartstrings.
You know what? That one I stand corrected on. That one I stand corrected
Tonk.
Shout out Trace Atkins.
That's a great song.
CD
It
for
doesn't make the
Christmas one
song
year.
bad. You're stupid. You're dumb.
It makes the song bad. That one
It does not make that song does not stink. You're the only
Okay.
person I've ever heard ever say it stink.
That's fine.
You're the only person I've ever heard stink. What that means.
If we could still make that the title. Give me
Guess
your
I'll probably
next.
have to make, we'll probably
like
make
Harry
something about the
Potter.
Super Bowl.
Probably. Give me your next pick, Mike.
Yeah, Matt, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. I think this is kind of ridiculous. Andy Reid's special. Will he eat a cheeseburger before the end of the Super Bowl broadcast? No, minus 1,400. Why would he eat a cheeseburger on TV before the end of the broadcast? At what point? First of all, if he loses, he's definitely not going to be eating a cheeseburger. How sad that cheeseburger is after losing a Super Bowl.
They're interviewing him. They're interviewing him in the tunnel, and he's just after the game, like they always do with the head coach. He's just sitting there eating the cheeseburger as they're interviewing.
He already left the stadium. He's sitting at a Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, like, I'm just sad, man.
I can't believe I'm 1-3 in Super Bowls. This is ridiculous.
He's like, the tears really make the mayo taste different.
There's another one, Matt. That I mean, Bovada has to know something here because will Tom Cruise parachute into the stadium and hand deliver the game ball to the referees? No, minus 15,000. I'm tempted to take yes, plus 2,500.
I actually saw that too. That's wild.
That's a scenario. Who's thinking of that scenario? No one's talking about 60-year-old Tom Cruise parachuting into the stadium pregame. But
that's like something we made up.
Why is that on there?
That's like something we made up, like drinking one night. Like,
will Matt Crone deliver the referee his uniform pre-match?
Like
maybe.
That's insanity, dude.
I feel like they have to know something that actually is going to happen, and they're just leaving it out there like somebody's going to get lucky and find this.
No, Greg. They're going to be like, we're going to get maybe 1,000 idiots that throw $10 at this.
That also could be the case.
And just
that
make a quick 10 grand off of this bet.
You're not wrong. I'm taking Travis Kelce to have 70 plus yards and a TD plus 110. I watched all of Super Bowl 52 last night. It was on NFL Network, and Gronk just crushed us, but we still won. And I have a feeling the same thing can certainly happen this week. Mike, your next one.
I'm going to take missed extra point after a touchdown, plus 265. I just think that's pretty good value. I feel like there's going to be high scoring. I think one of the kickers can definitely miss an extra point.
I'm on that one as well, Mike. Missed
plus
extra
265,
point.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good value. It's the last pick I wrote down today before we started.
Defense.
Matt,
your next one.
Jersey number of first touchdown scorer over 11.5 minus 115. I think we're going to see a Miles Sanders touchdown. I got big plans for Miles Sanders on Sunday, baby. Super Bowl champions run the ball, play good defense. I heard a different guy on a different podcast say it, and I agree with it.
When's the last time running backs won Super Bowl MVP?
When's the last time you shaved your ugly face?
It's my
so
rude.
So
it's my playoff fear. We went over this last
lotion
week.
your cheeks on air.
First of all, cheeks off air. And luckily I told you the wrong cheeks.
I do agree with the jersey number. I do agree with the jersey number bet. I'm on that one as well, minus 115. Mark, what's your next one?
I think
before you say, I agree with that as well, but I'm going to take Dallas Goedert first touchdown plus 1,100. Number 88, that will do it.
Plus 1,100. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm going to take longest field goal. It's going to be over 47.5 yards at minus 115.
I'm going to take longest yard to get snubbed from the Oscars yet again this year. It's rude.
Mark, you said over 47.5?
Yep.
And what was the odds?
Minus 115.
Minus 115. Mike, you said Goddard first TD. I'm actually only taking him. I'm taking him first TD for the Eagles Goddard plus 550. But I'm big on Goddard for this. I think I have Goddard plus or 100 plus receiving yards and a TD plus 1,200 on Bovada. One of those nice specials you can get. Mark, your next one.
Dallas won the Super Bowl last time he played. So they played. Dallas Clark, number 44, times 2, 88. Tight end. Both from South Dakota.
What are all these maths?
I have no idea. Mark, go ahead.
That's my logic for. I was walking on the treadmill. This is my logic. Yeah, it's numerology. Greg sent me that earlier. I'm still confused what's going on.
I don't know what's going on in that one. But I think that the position of MVP. Actually, no, I don't like that one. I'm going to go with number of beers sold at State Farm Stadium over 120,000 plus 130.
How are you going to get that?
I'll Google it after.
Yeah, I'll assume they'll come.
It's got to be listed somewhere. It's here. Over 120,000 plus 130.
And what are the odds?
Plus 130. That's 2 beers a person, right?
Accurate.
How much is in the stadium?
And you got to remember, a lot of people sit in the suites and things like that. Those guys aren't buying beers, so there's some options.
Those beers were bought at some point.
They were bought, right?
That doesn't count. That does not count.
I don't know. It just says applies to State Farm Stadium officials confirmation of numbers sold during Super Bowl 57 event.
All right.
So I
see what you're saying. Matt, your next one.
Philadelphia Eagles special teams and defensive touchdowns scored.
Ooh.
Over 1.5 is plus 700. So I'm going to take under 1.5. They'd have to score 2. It's minus 1,600.
Under 1.5 minus 1,600. I have Devonta Smith and Goddard each to score a touchdown plus 550. Mike, what's your next one?
I'm going to take the Super Bowl MVP, first dimension Goddard Jesus, plus 135. I'm not going to take Hurts for Super Bowl MVP, but I think whoever it is, but I think if it's definitely him, he'll definitely do Goddard Jesus first.
Odds-wise?
Plus 135.
Plus 135.
First dimension, not thanks. First dimension.
Understandable. Mark, what's your next one?
I'm going to go with the exact number of touchdowns to be 7 in the game for plus 375.
Plus 375. You mentioned field goals before, and obviously I'm on the extra point thing, but I think combined yardage of field goals, I'm taking over 111.5 minus 125 at Bovada. I think it's good. Yeah, I think you get 3 field goals and you're pretty much in there if they're decent length. So
I mentioned Greg Kinnear.
You're Greg Kinnear.
I thought you said you mentioned Greg Kinnear, but
nobody mentioned that.
It turns out you were talking about something else.
Give me your next pick.
Will there be offsetting penalties called? Yes, plus 160. Think that's an easy bet.
Yes, plus 160 for you. I have actually I'm still looking. So Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna take A.J. Brown anytime touchdown plus 115.
I should probably do some of those picks, huh?
Yeah, I'm starting to move into those a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna take him. I want to parlay. Or where's the specials? I'm trying to find the specials where you found those 2 touchdown score things, Greg.
Up at the top on the left-hand side, if you go to either requested wagers or touchdown scores and specials, there's different options.
All right.
You'll see. Mark, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to go with the Eagles total touchdowns to be over 3.5 plus 165.
So do we think – I mean, here's the thing. And I know because I do this every week. I'm going to throw a ton of touchdowns and different parlays like that and stuff out there. But could this be a defensive struggle? Do we just want it to be offensive heavy? Is that what this is?
It could – I mean, it could, I guess, because the last time we were talking about – yeah, I just want to win. But the last time we were talking about an Eagles Super Bowl, I thought it was going to be like a 21-14, 21-17 game, and it wasn't. It certainly wasn't. So
I thought it was going to be a 41-33 game.
Yeah.
Matt won $50,000 on an exact score bet.
That's a lot of money. I want a lot of money.
For tax purposes, we're joking, but
Yeah,
Didn't happen.
but for max
happened.
purposes,
max purposes.
yeah,
Max purchases.
I'm on Quez Watkins anytime TD plus 550. Sirianni was talking about a special weapon. I think
weapon.
we haven't seen. I think Quez has been stuck in the field at FedEx Field after he fumbled on that play against Washington. Even though I think that happened at the link.
It was
That
at the
doesn't make
link.
sense.
Did it the
It
link.
was
I was
at
at
the
the
link.
game.
I think
I
he's
was
been.
there
I think
too.
he's been locked in the jail under the stadium since then because of that fumble and the self-inflicted wound in that situation that led to that loss. So I think Nick's ready to let him out this time. A little less Zach Pascal, a little more Quez Watkins.
I think the secret weapon might be a guy named Kenny G. So I'm going to go with Kenny G anytime TD plus 360.
Kenny Galladay.
Gainwell, Kenny Gainwell, and I'm going to take him first touchdown scorer as well, plus 1900.
This year's Corey Clement.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I like
Big impact. Random guy. I mean, to quote the great Chris Collinsworth, "There's always that guy that comes out of nowhere to make an impact in the NFL or in the Super Bowl." And that's what he did in that game.
Who is announcing on Sunday?
Greg
Fox.
Olsen.
It's Olsen and Burkhardt.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to mute it or not.
How dare you?
People seem
mute
to
the
not like
Super Bowl?
Burkhardt.
Come on.
Who would you mute it if?
I'm out on Tony Romo nowadays.
Oh, all right. Well,
He just does too much. It was good at the beginning, and now he just.
no,
I
it wasn't.
can't
It was
take
actually
anymore.
never good. But
I liked it, like the first time it happened, like when he was calling out plays and stuff.
I think he's
I
pretty
don't
chill.
know.
I have both
out.
teams to score a TD in each half. Yes, minus 120.
I like Jim Nance because I respect John Dye courses, Pete Dye courses,
You just think it's really cool that he gives
Ross,
us
Donald
guy
Ross
out.
courses.
Donald Ross. Come on, we're an hour into the show. Mark's had a pretty good episode. Let's not try to rile him up with Donald Ross slander.
All right, give me Quez Watkins to score 3 touchdowns plus 25,000.
Is that a thing?
Yep, that's how I get back.
You'd be a rich man if that's how you get back.
Mark, what's your next one?
Shout out Donald Ross.
No one's not shouting him out.
I'm gonna go with man. Hold on, I was in the wrong spot. Matt got me all messed up. I like the score props, so I was gonna get the exact score prop, and that's how I was gonna get back into it with the Eagles 34 and Kansas City Chiefs 21, and that comes back at plus 17,000.
Plus 17,000. If that hits, I quit the show. Season 4 will be the end of the show.
I agree.
Just so we're all aware. Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, so my other person to score anytime touchdown is Jalen Hurts minus 115. And then the Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown to both score TDs plus 350. Best friend parlay.
Plus 350. I'm on the will there be a special teams or defensive TD scored? Yes, plus 285.
Mark, where'd you find the exact score?
On the left side, there's the score propositions, Super Bowl score propositions, and you just scroll down.
Okay, I found it. Going with my gut here. I'm getting one in.
Yeah, I like it. It's how you got to get back into these things.
Eagles 29, Chiefs 23, plus 22,000.
How in the world do they get 29?
You get 27 and then a safety.
But 20, so they have to miss an extra point or 2 field goals and then that?
Jake, what's his name is, literally missed an extra point in the Super Bowl.
That's
Is
true.
it plus
That's why I bet.
22,000?
Plus 22,000.
All right. Mike, what's your next one?
Lime green or yellow color of the Gatorade plus 210. Birds win. It was lime last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it's be lime again.
It certainly could be. I have distance of the first touchdown under 7.5 yards plus 100. I think the Birds get deep into the red zone to start the game, and that's where they do it. Or if it is the Chiefs, I could see a shovel pass from like 3 yards out. That's the Andy Reid special, if we're being perfectly honest.
It sure is.
We are being
Mark,
perfectly honest.
What's your next one?
I'm gonna put my MVP pick in. I'm taking Hassan Reddick plus 2,500.
Same thing.
It's great value. Yeah, but I mean, if you look at it, he technically probably was the MVP of the NFC Championship game. He's an absolute impact defensive player, and he reminds me of Von Miller a little bit. So, and he was the last defensive player to win one. So, yeah, I'll do that. You?
I also wanted to take that, but is that considered defense? I do have it written down.
No, it's not. You can put it on there.
I don't think he should be allowed.
I have okay. I have 2 different. I have Eagles to score first minus 115 on Bovada, but I also have the 3 players to have a pass attempt plus 135, and then I don't know why this is different, but it is players to attempt a pass over 2.5 plus 150 on there. So
I see it. I get it.
Yeah, a little bit of value if we get a third passer. Definitely an option. Matt, your next one.
So I'm pretty much done. I am going to do Miles Sanders plus 600 to score 2 touchdowns because I think Miles Sanders is going to also win the MVP of this game at plus 2,800. I think this is a big Miles Sanders day. I'm also going to take him 3 touchdowns plus 2,800. So I like.
So the MVP was what?
2,800.
2,800. And then Miles Sanders.
I think this is going to be. I've never really been a Miles Sanders fan. He really rubs me the wrong way sometimes. So I think it's
gas
just
him up. Gas him up.
It's going to be shoved in my face right here. Go Miles Sanders.
So
Penn State to own.
What did 3 TDs pay?
Plus 2,600.
26 for that one. Mike, anything else prop wise?
Yeah, I got the correct score. I'm going to take the Eagles 27, Chiefs 17, plus 6,500.
Plus 6,500. Only guy without a correct score is me. I'm not giving one out. I don't like it. I was looking at it earlier. I'm not good. Mark, anything else in terms of props?
No other props for me.
All right. Well, my last one, from what I can tell reading all this, my last one is last TD score, the Eagles defense, plus 3,000.
What's that, like on one of those crazy lateral plays that we take it to the house?
Exactly. That and the defense itself can cause a ruckus. Mahomes drops back, somebody blindsides him, balls up in the air.
Love that movie.
Walk it into the end zone. Yep. So now we can get into the actual game itself. I know we've talked a ton about the props. There's still so many to choose from. I'm sure we'll add as we go. Not necessarily the card, but you never know. The game itself, like we mentioned, it is the Eagles minus 1.5. The over-under set at over 51. Anybody playing the total?
I don't like it, actually. I really don't like it this year. I think it's 50.5.
51.
51 I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
It's going up.
No,
it's going
I'm
up.
on the over 51 because it's the last football game of the year. You got to bet the over. What are we talking about? So I guess then we'll do the under. We'll do the weekly challenge. It is the Chiefs. It is the Eagles. Matt, we're doing the weekly challenge, but you have the season locked up. So
I have the season locked up because no one's
we should have done like heads or tails because if you choose the Chiefs, you're off. You're out of the family and you're disowned.
Well, how many am I up?
You're up enough to where it's mathematically impossible. Me and Mike are two games away.
But Matt's like the Bengals and Bills record thing because he didn't give a challenge pick the 1 week. So I think we should choose something else that he has to give a pick for as well.
I was hurt that day, Mike.
Just to give me and Greg a chance.
What about me?
To tie him. You have no chance.
All right, so let's pick.
I would have to go 0-2, and me and Greg would have to win whatever we're all picking on.
Which is
now we need to figure that out, though.
Yeah,
it's tails. We'll do the coin toss challenge. Yeah. I'm taking tails.
Okay, I'm taking heads.
Mike already took heads.
Yeah, Mark. So that would be the challenge. Mark, you choose either heads or tails. And I want to figure out something else Matt has to pick.
I pick it lands on the side for me to win.
That's not how that works.
All right.
If it happens, I win the challenge.
It's 270. It's plus 270.
Yeah, it's been accepted by the jury.
All right, and will Sky Moore score a touchdown? I say no.
I don't think so either.
No. I think we do something from. Let's see here.
And I'm the only one that picks this.
Yes.
You're the only one that picks this. So
Gotta be
what are
something
the,
that's like
Mark,
minus 110 plus.
Yes,
Like it's got to
it's
be something.
minus-
easy.
it's a pick-
Mark,
it's a
you
pick-
took. Hold on, Mark. You took heads or tails?
I took it lands on its side.
That's not a thing. All right,
He's
fine.
out of
That
it,
was
so it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't
He's
matter.
He's
Mark's
out
off the
Doesn't
show.
matter.
So put the second thing.
Yeah.
Will Andy Reid be covered in barbecue sauce if the Chiefs win?
Yes.
Why again? I'm not sure why that's on here. It is though.
What do they know? What do they know?
I'm telling you, they know something, man. I think, man.
We
I
could
like-
come up with it. We could come up with something else, and Matt will just have to let us know. We can tweet it out or something. Because we did. I guess we didn't technically give our Eagles.
Over 47.5-yard field goal, I say yes.
How about?
That one's
It's got to
fine.
kind of be something. It's got to kind of be something.
That one's
both
minus
teams can
115
do.
on both, though.
Yeah,
that's
that's
minus
even.
115 on both.
That's a pick 'em.
That's a good one. That's good.
Yeah, I think we go with the field goal. I like
All
that.
right, the field goal one is Matt's
Over-
challenge thing.
Over 47.5. Yes.
Then
Let's
all
go,
right,
boys.
fellas.
Let's go, boys.
Did we even give our picks on
Pick
the
the
Super Bowl?
game.
No, but I
yeah.
sidetracked the challenge stuff
The
because
game-
I wanted to bring that up. I forgot to bring it up
Unbelievable.
before.
The game. I'm taking the Eagles minus 1.5, minus 110 on my board. So
I'm a double dip
okay.
on the Eagles minus
Chiefs?
1.5, minus 110, and minus 125. Does the podcast special to end the season 4?
Yes.
Mark. Okay. Eagles minus 125. Matt, you game and the game.
So Super Bowl 52 is the last Super Bowl we won. That was my football number in high school. Super Bowl 57 was Greg's football number in high school. Super Bowl 1, Mike's football number in high school, the Packers beat the Chiefs. Birds minus 125, minus 1.5. We're taking it to the house. Boom, there it is. Bust a move. Old young MC. Andy Reid's going back to Utah. This is it, baby. World champs.
I'm on the double dip as well, fellas. I mean, that's one of the more convincing things.
That was good. That was some
Yeah.
good numerology there.
Good.
That's
That was the
you're on it.
numerology we were going for. And I was number 1, athlete.
Incorrect.
Why you gotta make it about yourself? You always
Mike's
gotta make it
never
about
into the
yourself.
show.
Mike, you were number 1 because you were the smallest, so you were first in line.
All right, well, fellas, hopefully this time next week we'll be talking as Super Bowl champions. We'll see what happens. Thank you, everybody, for listening. YouTube.com/theunderdog, Mike Crone Picks, or MattCronePicks.com. Let's go Birds all day, and let's go win some bets.